Welcome back. This is Eva G Kane, and now we're going to speak about the house. Another expense of divorce would be selling your home and having two separate homes, two mortgages or two rents, two entirely different sets of bills for heating, telephone, maintenance, electricity, yada, yada, yada. Add this expense to the ongoing lawyers, fees for divorce, and that's a hefty amount to be spending. When I would really love it if you would consider another avenue, possibly working it out, which would be a lot less money. I know one couple who divorced, and they wound up living on a hill right next door to each other. They're divorced, yet they're right there for the children, and there's two different mortgages, two different sets of everything. Wouldn't it have been easier to really go to work? No one wins in divorce. Instead of spending some money to get the help that they needed, this couple divorced and wound up right next door on a hill, spending oodles and oodles of money to keep both homes going. A home is a very special place to a family. The homeowners pour money and love into their homes, making them just right, making it a safe haven, a wonderful place for their children to grow up. In my book, It's Not Too Late, Baby, a Kundalini love story, I talk so much about my house. I sit there and I describe the carpeting and the staircase and what we did at this window and what we did in this room and where we watched TV. And there's just so many memories. And when I was like 18 or 19, that's when the house was sold, and it's like gone. It's just all these memories are gone. I talk about no more little girls sitting in front of the heater drinking hot chocolate after having a snowball fight. No more playing in the pool, no more singing in the living room, the big ceiling and the balcony. These are all such special moments and places. One day in my yoga class in the Kundalini, I went back to my childhood home, and I saw my mom in one of my relaxation sessions, and she said to me, "You're going to do it, Eva. I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep the house, but you're going to do it." And I told my teacher after what had happened, and she said that this type of yoga can heal the sins and misdoings of 7 generations before you and 7 generations after. So what I was able to do with my family has already trickled down to my son and his girlfriend's relationship, which, if I die tomorrow and they get married and they have children, I've given them this gift. I've given them this conflict resolution. I feel like I've given it to all my friends too. Instead of like, "Oh yeah, he done me wrong. Oh yeah, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't." I bring something completely different. I'm like, wait a minute, what about this? Was he neglected as a child? God forbid, was he sexually abused as a child? You have to find out these things. This could be why things are happening in your marriage. In the book, It's Not Too Late, Baby, I go back to my childhood of how I was able to become the person to forgive. And the first thing is that my brother is not my biological brother, but he was adopted, and he came to live with us when he was 8. His father had passed. His mother was not very suitable as a mother. What I did not know about him was that he was also a sexual abuse survivor. He had been sexually abused by his own brother. And I understand this happens a lot. Older brothers. So you might not know who you're married to, and this is a terrible thing to carry around with you. But I was 8 and he was about 14, and I saw him crying a few times, and like I said before, I went into rescue mode. I made sure this boy never cried again. I entertained him. We spent so much time together that through writing in my book, I realized that my whole life I've been looking for another brother like this, another relationship with him. His name is Anthony. He's still with us. So all through my life, I've been finding, oh, he was an Anthony. Oh, he was an Anthony. Oh, this guy was in a band with. He was definitely an Anthony. And this friend from college, and this little boy that I became friends with, like, they're all through my life ever since Anthony went off to college. I've been finding different Anthonys. So you need to know about yourself. One thing you can do through writing your own book or meditation is you'll find out who you are deep down. And you just could be the person that has enough love and enough strength to help the person you're married with who might not have it. But maybe, just maybe, that's why they married you, because you do.